They know my story.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, I am going to be doing 36 inches soft locks on my clients. As you can see, my client's hair is pretty short, but I'm going to, and you know, she has like fine hair or almost fine hair. I think her hair type is probably like 4A or 4B or somewhere in between, but we're going to try and get her this 36 inches soft locks. Initially she wanted to book for knotless braids, but she changed her mind to locks, and I'm like, low-key, I'm glad you did, because I mean she changed it like a day before and I haven't seen her hair then, but I think it was a good thing that she did, because you know, I think her hair can definitely do away with locks, but for braids or knotless braids, I would not trust it to last as long, especially when you're getting anything waistline that's going to be pulling or something like that. But let's see how we can make this work for her. So as you can see, I already applied my edge control trying to make my line, because clearly I cannot really like use a scrunchie to like hold her hair up, so you have to apply the edge control, and that will just serve as your demarcation basically. So I mean, that's the only thing that you can do. So right now I'm going to go ahead and braid. So usually I would just braid my client's hair with nothing attached, but since the hair is short, I am going to go ahead and braid my client's hair with, you know, I took one strand of the spring twist hair, divided it into two, then we have two strands, right? And then I use one half to braid it. But as you go in the video, I am going to show you how I prepped the hair that I used to braid my client's hair. Mind you, I wasn't aware about how short her hair was, so I had to do this one ASAP. But I think you can use braiding hair as well. So braiding hair, spring twist, a kinky hair. Some hair, just use a hair that is kind of kinky, just so that you just have some type of firmness to your client's hair, and that will just serve as, you know, a natural hair or just something that a crochet hook can go into. I do have some more tips for you guys. You guys go in the video, but I'll be telling you as we go. So again, we're doing 36 inches color 1B. All the hair that I use for my clients, I do have the hair link in my description box. If you have gotten to this point of my video and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please like, comment, subscribe, and also share my video if you like what you see. Naturally, even when your client's hair is 1B, yeah, no matter the texture of your client's hair, the neck area and the edges area are usually the sensitive ones to braid. Like, it could be either really soft or, you know, it's just hard to basically grip. So just imagine, you know, what you have to go through when your clients have like shorter hair and you have to braid from the back. So doing this is very, very important. It does help. I'm going to go ahead and do this for the rest of my clients here, and then I'll be telling you some more stuff as I go in the video. One thing I would say is that when you're doing hair like this, as soon as you apply your edge control, you need to start braiding ASAP, because you don't want your edge control to start getting oily, and then it might just start, you know, making it a bit slippery. And again, it's okay if you try to braid it one time and then it ends up falling out. Just try again and just make sure you're holding it really tight and firm. Again, this might hurt a little bit, which makes sense because again, your client's hair is short, right? So you have to grip just so that, you know, of course, don't pull the scalp, like, no, but just try to grip just so that, you know, it's firm towards the roots, and to make sure that when you're trying to get your soft locks through your client's locks, it's firm and it doesn't like fall out or anything like that. So now that I'm almost done, let me go ahead and tell you how many packs I use. So for the locks hair, I use 3.5 packs. One pack has about 21 counts to 22 or 23 strands. So basically you would never have less than 21 strands of locks in your, you know, per pack. Basically per pack equals one bundle basically. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of my clients hair. So yes, this is where I'm going to show you how I braid my client's hair. So of course you can try helping yourself to comb your client's hair with the edge control before you start braiding, just so it's not bulky when you get to the roots or the ends of your client's hair. So that's one strand of the spring twist. I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and then I'm going to use that half into two, and then just act like I'm about to start braiding, and then I'm going to use that one to braid. The essence is that this hair is supposed to be lightweight and soft, so you want to try to cut as much hair as you can. You don't want to use too many hair on your clients, basically. So for this one, I only used about 2-pack or 2.5 packs of the spring twist hair. For the locks, the 36 inches locks, we had about I used about 3.5, because she had about 73 counts of soft locks, basically, and she wanted a size small, so that's why I did that. If your client wants a medium, then of course you're going to end up having less counts, but she wanted a small. And that is what it's looking like right now. It's still pretty lightweight. As I was going through the video, I kept asking, if how she feels and everything, because I want to see, if me doing this part is going to add to the weight, but it did not add to the weight for her when I was done, so that's the good news. And for the spring twist hair to wrap, I used the same thing, 2.5 or just 2 and some change, because of one pack equals one bundle of the spring twist hair does have 30 strands of spring twist, basically. So I used about those 2-pack and then 10 or 13 from the 3rd pack. So not really half, but somewhere close. That's why I said 2.5 packs of the spring twist hair, and the locks hair was about 3.5 pack, because of 1 pack of the locks hair has 21 strands of locks. Again, if you are confused, ask me questions and I'm going to answer all your questions. But now we're done. This is the hair that I'm going to be using, color 1B. I do have the hair link in my description box. I'll also be having the comb and the edge control that I use for all my clients pretty soon. It's coming pretty soon, guys. Just give me a little more time, and just more time. And that's the hair, 36 inches. And the good thing about this hair is that you can always cut it short. So I told my client that even though it's long right now, because she wanted a waistline, but I'm like, you should get a butt length, so it's gonna look nice on you, and it does look nice on her. She does love the hair, but I was like, after 2 weeks, if you're tired of having the butt length, just go ahead and cut it to a waistline, and then you can just keep cutting it until you get to bob, and then you're lucky because your hair is kind of short, so you can actually do bob or cut it as short as you want to cut it, basically. So since I recommended for her to get a butt length, I just charged for the price of a waistline, because I really wanted her to have a butt length. And also this is the last time I'm going to be having her as a client, because again, I'm moving from Michigan to Dallas, Texas. So I just felt like, be nice, and she loves it, and I told her you can just have fun with it. It's long, but you can always cut it if you want to. As you can see, I'm crocheting my client's hair in. Usually I would crochet every single lock before I start wrapping, but I'm going to show you something right now when I'm done with what I'm about to do right now. As you can see, I'm holding the roots of my client's hair as I'm pulling, because you don't want to pull too hard. Again, your client's hair is already short, so the last thing you want to do is try to pull anything at all, because when you do that, it's going to soften or weaken the roots, and then your client's hair might start slipping through, and that is what you don't want to do. You want to avoid any type or any form of pulling. The only pulling and whatever you should be doing is when it's time for you to wrap your client's hair, then you can hold it really, really firm and then start wrapping it without any problem or issues at all. Yeah, and also I use hot water for my clients. When I was done, I used hot water to massage my client's scalp, just so that the locks can be softer. Naturally it's soft, but when you wrap around, especially from the roots and with the spring twist hair, it might not be as soft as you want them to be. So the hot water does help it, make it softer and just make it very, very flexible, basically. So yes, I would just say, if your client's hair is short, when you crochet your client's hair in, wrap ASAP. You don't want to wait, because of the weight or the fact that the hair is long might just be pulling through. So now I'm just going to be freestyle wrapping. With this method, you don't have to, there's no special technique for it. Just skip and you wrap, skip and you wrap. For my butterfly locks, I don't skip, but for this one, since all I'm just trying to do is secure and create a texture, you're going to skip, just so that it just creates its own messy soft locks look. Well, yes, that'll be all for my for my tutorial. I had to say a lot for this one, because of I haven't done a client's hair. I haven't done a short hair client that wanted a 36 inches locks, so that's why I had to say so much for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. And again, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Thank you.